easiest way to work on core strength is doing it without actually moving the core, moving the spine. So we're gonna start talking about core strength, and the way we do this is from the floor, we're gonna do a plank. So just a basic everyday plank that you should be able to do very easily. The way to checkpoint yourself is to put a dowel or a ski pole on your back. I'm gonna show you with the dowel. So we're gonna start here on the floor into a plank position, and I like to go palms up. I like to keep my elbows and my forearms parallel to each other. I start on my knees first to kind of know that I'm in a good space. My elbows are directly underneath my shoulders, and then I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna put a dowel on my back so you can see the checkpoint that I want. Oops, if I can do it. So I'm gonna put a dowel on my back so you can see I'm gonna touch my hips, my shoulders, and my head. It's gonna stay right in this position here. I can get around the mic. There we go. Now all I'm gonna do from this position is let it fall off. So Eric, I'm gonna put it on my back real quick. And it should touch all 3 spots without falling off. And that's when you know you're in a good position right here. So hips, shoulders, and head are all holding on to that, all maintaining position and core. And again, this is very hard, so even trying to talk through it becomes a little bit of a challenge. But that's all pillar strength, core strength. So I'm thinking of that anterior line from knees to shoulders, working on this whole side. Now we do the same thing sideways. All right, again, you can't really put a dowel on my back here because I can't hold it, but as a coach, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that long line between my head, my shoulders, hips, and feet now, because I'm gonna go with side plank. Elbows directly underneath my shoulder, my hips are directly in line with the elbow, and my knees and feet are in line. So as I lift up, I should be in a straight line for my heels, my hips, my shoulders, and my ear. One straight line. I'm gonna hold this because I'm trying to work on this lateral position, this side plank. Same thing, taking nice deep breaths. And typically we do that for, anywhere from 20 to 60 seconds or so. Longer than that is not necessarily better. We hover around that 30-second range, make sure they can maintain good core positioning on both sides, because that's needed first. Once we can establish the adequate strength, then we can move into power, which becomes a very fun time. We get to start throwing balls, we get to start jumping, we get to start doing a lot of movements like that. And in that regard, we want to have the adequate strength before we start doing all the power stuff, because power requires strength, because power is basically force times velocity. Force is strength, velocity is speed. So without having the adequate force or strength, you're not going to be able to be as powerful as you can be. So that's why we're establishing strength first.